Let's build a habitat for the saiga, the new animal from the Eurasia pack. Today in Willow Creek City Zoo, I built a beautiful outdoor habitat with a very intricate and detailed indoor area for the saiga. So without further ado, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Hello everybody, I am Kiwi Plays and welcome to my channel. No matter if you are a returning subscriber or a new viewer that just happened to stumble across my channel, thank you so much for joining me in this beautiful episode. So without further ado, let's start talking about this episode. So as I said in the beginning, in this episode we are building for the saiga antelope. I really love this antelope. Since the first time that Frontier announced that this was one of the animals that was going to be added in the Eurasia DLC, I honestly never heard of this animal before, but when I saw it for the first time, I just fell in love and I knew that I would love this animal from the beginning. So so I just really do love how this antelope looks. It's honestly one of my favorites from the Eurasia DLC. To be honest, they're all my favorites. I really don't know how to choose favorites. But I just really do like how this antelope looks. I really do like this antelope in general. Okay, I wanted to say something before I just start talking about my inspiration and all of that. I wanted to say that the saiga antelope is a really small animal. I honestly never knew that it was such a small animal. According to Google, the saiga antelope is a small species of antelope about the size of a goat, 63 to 80 centimeters shoulder height, and 23 to 40 kilograms in weight, which is honestly pretty small for an antelope. I never knew that it was so small until I played with it in game. So let me explain a little bit about what I'm doing right now. So just a minute ago you could see me building the little moat. That's the best word to describe it. Like that little trench in the ground that keeps the animals away. And surrounding that, you saw that I put the plaster blocks, and I also used this Indonesian block. I'm not too sure what it's called, but it's like this Indonesian pillar just turned upside down, just to put an outline for the barrier. So that's what you saw me doing a minute ago, and right now you're seeing me building the habitat, which was honestly a pretty okay experience. At the beginning, meaning right now, I was a little bit skeptical about how much I liked this habitat. I thought that maybe it just didn't look how I wanted it to look. So at the end you're gonna see I changed it up a little bit, but I still really do like how it looks at the end. You're gonna see that I put lots of plants on the roof and just make it look very overgrown and just very naturalistic. So yeah, I really do love how it turns out at the end. So yeah, that's the I'll carry on talking a little bit later on what I'm doing in the zoo, but let's move on to another topic. I wanted to share with you guys a little bit my opinions just of how I'm planning on going forward with the channel. I don't really know how to say this, but I'm not really enjoying myself when I'm building in Safari Wildlife Park, which is really a shame because it was my most successful zoo in terms of views and how much you guys liked it. When I was building in the Oceania house, it was just really my most successful zoo, and then when I was building in that house, then I felt like this zoo was really just one of my least favorites. But for now, I don't know, I just I'm not enjoying myself when I'm building in Safari Wildlife Park. I just feel like it's a little bit of a waste of time, and I'm just really forcing myself to build in that zoo. And I don't want to force myself to do stuff that I don't want to do. Obviously, if I don't want to build in that zoo, then I won't. So I really don't know how I am going to go forward with that zoo, what I'm going to do about it, if I'm going to just take a break from it or stop it completely. I really don't know what to do. I would love it if you could let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. That would really help me make a decision. Obviously, I don't want to close that zoo, but at the same time, I don't really feel like carrying on in it. So it just really depends on how I feel like. But for now, I feel like I'm gonna be carrying on with this zoo and Aloe Dunes because I'm really enjoying myself in both of these zoos. And these are honestly the zoos that are just succeeding on YouTube the most and are getting the most likes and views and just the most recognition. I don't know the word, but are just getting more recognized by a bigger audience. So that's really the reason why I'm just more enjoying myself. No, that's not the reason why, actually. I don't know. I'm just not enjoying myself when I'm building in Safari Wildlife Park. So enough ranting about that. I'll leave it up to you guys and just up to how I feel. I would love it if you could write me down in the comments down below what you think about what I just said. If you would like to see me carrying on Safari Wildlife Park, or if you wouldn't really mind if I would stop it. I feel like I still have a couple of habitats planned that I might like to do, but overall I think that zoo, I've grown as a builder a lot in these past couple of months, and I feel like that build isn't really up to my standards anymore, and I feel like I could do a way better job, and it's honestly making me really dread building in it, just to see that the habitat is not the habitat, that the zoo is really not really ugly, and only the new Oceania section looks nice. But even that section, like the new habitat that I built, just looks very forced and just looks very not me. So yeah, now that I told you all of the reasons why like what I think about this, what I think about the zoo, I would love it if you could let me know your opinions down in the comments below, because it would really help me make a decision. Okay, but let's move on to a different topic right now. Okay, so right now in the build you can see I am adding and really decorating the whole moat area. I am adding lots and lots of plants, and I'm still gonna add a lot more plants to just make it look a lot more realistic. At the end you're gonna see I'm gonna delete a couple of plants because I just feel like it looks a little bit too packed. But for now it looks really great, and it still looks great at the end after I delete a couple of plants. I just really tried to replicate how it looked in the last episode, how the wild boar habitat looks, because honestly, even though it didn't really get a lot of views and a lot of likes and just not a lot of recognition, I really don't know that word. Even though it really didn't get recognized at all, I still really do love that habitat, and I feel like it's honestly one of my favorites in this zoo. So right now you can see I am decorating the walls and the roof like I said I would. Honestly, I think I just really do like how it looks. I feel like it looks at the end really overgrown and really naturalistic and really nice. Even though at the end there are a couple of plants that are sticking through the roof like you can see right here, but I am going to fix it at the end, so don't worry, you won't be able to see vines sticking through the roof when you look at the indoor area. Yeah, but other than that, that's mostly what I'm gonna be doing for the next couple of minutes. So let's move on to a different topic really quick. I have another question that has to do with if I'm going to carry on Safari Wildlife Park or if I'm going to end it with how it is right now. If I'm going to end it, then I'm thinking of maybe opening a new zoo, which I really want your help deciding what the new zoo should be if I do decide to open a new zoo. Should it be a franchise zoo? Should it be a sandbox zoo? Or should it be a, I don't know, something in the middle? Should it be a diorama zoo, something interesting? Or should I just stick to the normal, plain old, like franchise or sandbox zoo? Let me know down in the comments what you think. Along with that, I'm also going to tell you the plans of the animals that are still left for the Eurasia DLC that I'm still planning on adding to the zoo. I'm honestly planning on adding all of them. It just really depends on what I feel like building for. I have built for the Wolverine, I have built for the wild boar, I have built for the mute swan, and that episode still hasn't come out, but it is going to be coming out in the next coming probably weeks. I don't know. I'm thinking it's going to come out next week, but I don't mark my word on it. But I still need to build for the wizened sloth bear, and obviously I have built for the saiga antelope. I still need to build for the wizened sloth bear and takin. So those are the 3 animals that are left. I am pretty sure I'm going to build for all of them. I'm just not sure if I'm going to build for the sloth bear in this zoo, but I just guess I will have to see. I really don't know what my plans are yet, and as we all probably know, we can't really trust on what I say that I'm going to build, because honestly I usually change my mind all the time. I change my mind. So we'll just have to wait and see. So honestly I don't really know what to talk about right now, so I'll tell you about what I'm doing right now. As you can see right now, I'm adding lots and lots and lots of rocks, because obviously you cannot have a habitat without thousands of rocks. You can also see in the background, if you look carefully, that I already put all of the habitat fences and the rock wall in place already. And if you notice that you recognize this habitat fence, it's because it's just a replica of the one I used in the wild hog habitat. I just really do love how that how that fence looks. So I just decided to make a copy of it, change the color and use it over here. I'm just really happy with how that fence turned out. I feel like I'm going to create a blueprint on the workshop for whoever wants to use that fence as well. You're more than welcome to. I'm gonna make a blueprint probably on the workshop, so you can also go ahead and enjoy that fence. So yeah, as you can see right now, I am working on the interior of the little shelter for the saiga. You can see I am adding these like barriers, like these fences, just to section off like stalls for the saiga to sleep in. It's just like a stable for horses, but not for horses, it's for saiga antelope. When I was looking for inspiration for this build, I searched for indoor stables for horses, and this is what I found, and I found something that I just really liked. So I decided to make it to just try to replicate it. Oh my god, I nearly forgot that word. And I feel like it turned out really nice at the end, how I replicated it. Yeah, but that's really it about the indoor area. It's pretty self-explanatory. The rest that I do, I just carry on duplicating all of the logs. I make this log beam all the way to the roof of the habitat, and I just make these like stalls that I'm going to put hay in for the little saiga to sleep in. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I still really do like how it turned out. I would like to give you guys a little bit of a suggestion for when you're building in Planet Zoo and you just feel like you're a little bit bored of just building. And I don't know, I don't know if it's just me. When I build, I really need to listen to something in the background. So what I do, and I honestly do really suggest that you guys do consider this, is putting on other YouTube videos in the background, whether if it is Caesar Creates videos, or you can even put a fellow small YouTuber like me, Sparrow, Kate Plays, Grunter's Gaming. There are so many others that I honestly can't really say all of them right now, so sorry if I forgot you, sorry if I didn't say you, but I honestly just love to listen to just put on a video in the background of just Grunter's Gaming or just Delay Designer, and just like build. Or another like proposition that I have is you can put a audiobook in the background, which is what I've been doing. I've been putting an audiobook for the Hunger Games. I have watched all of the movies, but I haven't read any of the books. I just don't really like reading. It just isn't my thing. I prefer to listen to stuff. I don't have the concentration to read. I don't have the patience to read. And I just don't feel like reading, honestly. So you can sit yourself and read if that is what you like to do. But that isn't what I like to do, so I'll just stick to my audiobooks. But yeah, that's more or less the end of today's episode. Thank you so much if you did watch until this point. If you did watch until this point, please do consider going down below and hitting that subscribe button. If you are already subscribed, please do hit that like button. Even if you aren't subscribed, it always does help me to reach a bigger audience. And if you already are down there, please, if you can, write a nice comment. It always means the world to me when I read all of your comments. It's just really fun and really nice. So thank you all so much for reaching until this point. Hope to catch you in the next one. Bye guys.